Today's new topic is creating customer value and customer relationships. Okay, if we speak about the first term, creating customer value, why do you have to create customer value? What is such a big deal about it? Understand, just because you are creating customer value, just because you are giving value to the customers and you are getting revenues out of it, that is the reason why you are building more and more factories. That is the reason why you are hiring more and more employees. That is the reason why you are doing that hierarchy of planning. All this is happening because of your customers. If your customers are not there and if they vanish overnight, your business will collapse overnight as well. So creating customer value is a very, very important thing. Though it sounds simple, but there's a lot to it. I'll give you an example. Okay, now Eureka Forbes, couple of years back, they have launched a product named a vacuum cleaner. Okay, vacuum cleaner is a very a very used term right now, but at that time vacuum cleaner was an innovative product. Okay, when we speak about vacuum cleaners, is there a market for a vacuum cleaner in a country like India? No. It's a direct no. I mean, people who are staying in the West, they can't afford a maid or a servant, so that's why they have to do everything all by themselves. But in India, the housewives are so royally placed. They have that maid culture. The maid comes and does the dirty work and leaves. So there is no need of vacuum cleaner in a country like India. The maid is coming, she uses the broom, she sweeps and she leaves. She is paid for that. So why the hell do you need a vacuum cleaner? So there was no market for this particular innovative product. So when you are in this particular setting, you just can't create a nice flashy advertisement and air it on the television saying that, you know what, a vacuum cleaner is coming to India, and the major decision makers who are the housewives, they'll be like, they'll just give you a thunder response, that's it. But you know what Eureka Forbes did? They didn't choose the direct marketing, they didn't choose the advertisement route. They have chosen the direct marketing route. So what did they do? They have hired a team of salespeople, maybe 100, 200, 300. They have hired salespeople. They have educated those salespeople about Eureka Forbes vacuum cleaner, and these salespeople went door to door. So during that time, door to door and doing a demo of vacuum cleaner was a very interesting process. So they used to go door to door, do a demo of the vacuum cleaner, and in front of the housewives' eyes, things were getting cleaned in a super quick fashion. So that was a better way of marketing themselves rather than showing a nice a video ad which has a good looking celebrity. Rather than choosing that route, they have gone the direct marketing route. They went door to door and they started demoing that particular product. So housewives were impressed, and some of them even subscribed to that product, and once they were satisfied, they started referring their other auntie friends, and suddenly the vacuum cleaner was like a prestige product. Oh, you own a vacuum cleaner. Oh, you own a vacuum cleaner, which means you are well off. So it became a prestige product. So that is how these salespeople have created an impact when it comes to Eureka Forbes vacuum cleaner. So what is the value which was getting created over here? So they were not just selling those machines which was cleaning the house's dirt. They were not selling that only. They were selling comfort. Comfort was the selling point. This particular hardware piece was a facilitating factor. But what were they selling? They were selling comfort. That was adding value to that customer's life. This is what we call as creating customer value. If you speak about another company named Dell, So Dell was the company which started this particular trend of offering laptops at a very cost effective price or at a cheap price. They were the ones who started that particular trend. Previously, when I was in my school days or when I was in my intermediate days, desktop was a prestige product, and whenever someone speaks about laptop, people will be like, "Arey, why do you have to own a laptop? You can get a good desktop at the same price." So this was the era at that time. So Dell was the one which created disruption. They've created disruption by offering cost-effective laptops to the masses. So this spread like a wildfire, and people started owning Dell laptops. Even the students started owning the Dell laptops. This was clearly a case of creating customer value. This is point number one. Let me tell you the second half of the story. What was this topic? Creating customer value and customer relationship. So once you start owning a computer, definitely there will be some glitches in that particular system. Definitely you'll be having a lot of doubts related to that particular laptop. So to clear those doubts, you need to have good executives who can answer your questions. Yes, customer relationship management. So what they did, they outsourced this particular task to developing countries like India, Philippines, Vietnam, etc. So they did that, and what was happening? They didn't take good care of that outsourcing part. A lot of employees in those call centers were underpaid. A lot of attrition was happening. As a result, the customer wait time for their queries to get answered, their wait time was ranging from 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is a very long time. So this created a lot of dissatisfaction among consumers. As a result, their sales started dropping, and their competitors started studying the Dell model, and they were offering laptops at a similar price. The market was catching up, and Dell was slowly and steadily losing its customers. This was, I'm not speaking about the current news. This was a couple of years back. So Dell was losing its customers, and finally Michael Dell, the founder of Dell, had to confess that it was a mistake. We were busy managing costs at the expense of service and quality. This was the statement which was put forward by the CEO. So just imagine to what extent Dell has reached to. Now it has bounced back, and this is how you learn in life as well. So this is the thing. It's not just about creating customer value. You need to maintain relationships as well. Eureka Forbes, yes, a good innovative product was given, but after a couple of days or after a couple of months, they started coming back to the same households. They must have made few auntie friends. They started telling, you know what, you can use your product in this way, that way. They started educating those aunties more. And this is how you get connected to that executive, and that rubs off on the brand image as well. This is how you maintain relationships with the customers. So creating customer value and maintaining the relationships as well.